Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about subtracting real numbers. Recall the previous lesson was about adding real numbers. So here's the adding real numbers review. Remember that if signs are the same, we add the numbers, and if signs are different, we subtract the numbers. But we always keep the sign of the greater number. So we're always keeping the sign of the greater number when adding real numbers. So let's talk about subtraction. We're going to remember this phrase for subtracting real numbers. Keep, change, change. All right. What that means is we keep the first number, we change the operation, and we change the sign of the second number. So if we look at this first example, we keep the first number, we change this operation, and then we change the value of the second number. Some people think of it as when we have minus a negative, it's the same thing as plus a plus. If you want to think of it that way, that's fine. So when you have two negatives in a row, you change them to pluses. But keep, change, change will help you remember the process a little better. And again, it's just another method of remembering how to solve these problems, and it applies to all of them. So now we have negative 8 plus 13. So we now follow our rules for addition. Since we're adding, signs are different. So we find the difference of the numbers, and we keep the sign of the larger number, which in this case is positive. So negative 8 minus negative 13 gives us the answer of plus 5. Here's another example. We're going to keep the first number. We're going to change the operation, and we're going to change the value of the second number. Keep, change, change. Now we have 3.5 plus 12.4. Signs are different. We're going to find the difference. We should have 8.9. And we're going to keep the sign of the larger valued number, which is 12.4. And that's negative. So our answer is negative 8.9. One more example. We have negative 9. We're going to keep the first number. We're going to change the operation. We're going to change the value of the second number. Keep, change, change. Negative 9 plus negative 9. Signs are the same. We're going to add. So 9 plus 9 is 18. We're going to keep the sign of the larger one. Well, they're both the same, but they're both negative, so we can keep that sign. So our answer here is negative 18. And this slide is not meant for you guys. I forgot to copy it over. Putting them together. All right. So anytime we say subtraction, we want to keep, change, change. So let's rewrite this entire equation so that we're just adding everything. It just makes it a little simpler. So here we have 0. Instead of minus, we're going to change. We're going to do plus negative 25 plus 16. Well, we have minus. We're going to change the operation, change the sign. And now we're just going to add from left to right. So we're going to add this first. So now I have negative 25 plus 16 plus negative 47 plus 29. And remember, I know that you guys can plug this into your calculator. That's great. I do not have a problem with it if you're actually faced with this sort of problem. But keep in mind that these problems are used to build off of, and you need to understand these rules in order to do algebra going forward. So to continue with this problem, we have negative 25 plus 16. All right, we have different signs, so we need to subtract. 25 minus 16 is 9. We're going to keep the sign of the larger one, which is negative, so we have negative 9. Bring down the rest, plus negative 47, plus 29. Now if we look at these two, signs are the same, so we're going to add. That gives us 58. Keep the sign of the larger one. It's negative, plus 29. Signs are different, so we're going to subtract. 58 minus 29 is 29. But we have to keep the sign of the larger number, which is negative. So our answer here is negative 29. If there are any questions, you guys can let me know. Remember that when subtracting, you want to keep change. And then when adding, you want to keep the sign. You always want to keep the sign of the larger number. And then you want to add the numbers when signs are the same and subtract the numbers when signs are different. Good luck with your lesson question and with your CYU. And as always, questions direct to me through Schoology, email, office hours, or before or after live class. See you guys soon.